Hi everyone and welcome back to Muriel's Got Soul. So first and foremost, I would like to apologize for going MIA for about a week. I was just going through my own emotional turmoil and I felt like I wasn't going to give you guys like 100, so I just had to take a step back and just breathe and just be myself and find myself again. Like, one thing I'm learning about this journey of about positivity, self-love, and changing the way that I think, that it's easier said than done. But at the end of the day, I'm still trying, and there will always be trial and error, and that's okay. And second and foremost, thank you guys to all my subscribers that stayed loyal to me. Thank you for everyone that checked up on me. Thank you for everyone that was just concerned and was finding out what's wrong. Guys, I'm good, I'm back, and I'm better. Well, I'm like 80% better. First and foremost, well, not first and foremost, because I already said first and foremost, welcome back to Muriel's Motivational Mondays, and I hope you guys miss this, and I am here to help you guys start your week right. So we are going to talk about being good enough. Like, I am good enough. Whew, this one, I think because of what I went through, I think this would make the perfect topic for this Monday and the first Monday, because I was just going through and living in my head. So yeah, let's talk about why you are good enough.
Brown eyes with the elegant smile. Brown eyes with the elegant smile. Small ways to put my hands around. I hold tight. No pressure. I hold tight.
Ooh, let me just get comfortable. As you guys can see, first and foremost, I'm still healing from my burn. We live and we learn. We live and we learn. We live and we learn. But anyway, guys, today I want to talk about how you are good enough and how you have to remember that you are good enough, especially in the moments when people don't give you appreciation, don't praise you, don't thank you, that don't give you props when it's due, or just don't care too much about you. So often do we get wrapped up in our heads. So often do we think for other people. When a person looks at you funny, you're like, oh, what's wrong with me? Is something on my face? Am I dressed inappropriately? Is my dress too short? And we need to stop thinking and living like that, because you are good enough. If you looked into the mirror this morning and decided, this is how I'm going to step out, be sure in yourself that you are good enough. I keep saying, don't ever give anyone the platform to disrespect you or to make you feel otherwise or to second guess yourself. We need to practice self-love. And in order for you to be good enough for yourself, you need to practice self-love. There was something someone said to me, and they said to me, I need to be like a flower and I need to bloom. And I need to open up to the world and just absorb the world and be okay with who I am in that world. And so often we are faced with many different worlds, whether it's your friends' worlds, your family's worlds, your world, you need to be confident and know that you are good enough. You are so beautiful. You're so handsome. You're an amazing soul. We love you. I love you. I care for you. You are an amazing person. Like, you have to be an amazing person to be watching this channel. But what I just wanted to say today, it's going to be nice and short. Like, I just don't want to make it long. What I want to say today is that you are good enough. Don't ever listen to anyone calling you names, calling you out. I mean, if they call you out and you're doing something wrong, of course, hey, listen. But we need to stop investing our time on what other people think about us and start investing time in ourselves and what we think about ourselves. Because at the end of the day, the only person whose opinion that matters about you is yours. The next person, you shouldn't care about what they think. People are always going to feel a certain way about you, going to think a certain way about you. Either prove them wrong or prove them right, because at the end of the day, it's all up to you. we are so invested in what other people think. We are so invested in other people's opinions that we literally take them on and internalize them. And we make them our new reality. And we forget our own reality. We forget our own feelings, our own experiences, our own lives, our own goals, and we just forget ourselves. And I think that's how it's so easy for you to lose yourself, because you have this mentality and idea that I'm not good enough, I'm not skinny enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not yellow enough, I'm not dark enough, I'm not tall enough. Who cares? Because I feel like you need to stop even being good enough for the next person. You need to be good enough for yourself. Because if you can't fall in love with yourself, if you cannot appreciate yourself, how do you expect the next person to do that? But my point here is, don't be good enough with the expectation of someone else falling in love with you or being in love with you. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, be good enough for yourself that you are content with being alone. Be good enough for yourself so that you are content with yourself, by yourself, and for yourself. That you don't need anybody else to praise you, to pat your back. Like, guys, let's normalize clapping for ourselves. Let's normalize praising ourselves. Let's normalize having a bit of an ego. I mean, honestly speaking, if I sing praises to myself and it's not hurting the next person, what's so wrong with that? Guys, let's love ourselves. Let's invest in ourselves. Let's be at one with ourselves. Let's find ourselves. Let's know ourselves. Please don't put an age restriction, because you will always be good enough at any age. And it takes time for you to know yourself, to be good enough for yourself. So don't care if you're 40, if you're 30, if you're 10. It doesn't matter, as long as you get to self-actualization for yourself. I want you guys to get to that point where you're like, yo, but you're beautiful. You're an amazing being. You're helpful. You're selfless. You're an amazing person, because as much as everyone says this and that about you, you're still here. You still show up. You're standing. No one can knock you down. So this is just your daily reminder that you are amazing and you are allowed to struggle, but that's okay. Don't let that take away from how you define yourself. Don't let your mistakes and your past haunt you and cage the you that is now. You are so amazing. And I need you to see that you are good enough. You are good enough for yourself. You are good enough for your partner. You are good enough for your parents. You are good enough for the world. You wouldn't have been put on this world if you weren't. So just remember that. Guys, let me love and leave you. And this is where we are going to leave today's topic. Just remember, you are good enough regardless of who says what. And love and trust yourself. Thank you guys for liking, for sharing, for subscribing. And if you haven't, please like, please share, please subscribe. And thank you guys.
Like you ain't got nothing to prove. Whispering my thoughts like you're sleep talking.